All right, ninjas. As you come to stretch like you have many times before, it is with the utmost excitement that I kick off my 100th motivational speech. Yeah. All right, it's hard to believe that I've been coming up here every Thursday since December of 2022 to share my words of motivation and positivity based on what was going on in my life, hoping it would help you face whatever obstacles you were facing in yours. Over the speeches, I came up with different themes and messages that have evolved and connected as time went on, and I just want to take this moment to recap the story that formulated over time. As some of you might have known, when I started commentating and doing motivational speeches here, I was actually in a really rough place getting over a bad breakup. And I got here because I thought of this random quote that I wanted to share with everybody after commentating. In my first speech, I said life is like a 2-minute dead hang. Sometimes holding on sucks, but every time you do it, it gets a little bit easier. And my life did get easier. I discovered this sort of power that when I made myself think positive to write these speeches, I started to feel more positive. I realized what it meant to have a positive mindset and just how powerful that can be. And it came from this group right here, those who are here tonight and those who aren't, that helped me discover it. And I made it my mission to make sure every week we would be in that mindset. But I didn't exactly have it right back then. I was under this assumption that once you found that mindset and set your goals, that you were good until the opportunity came where you could seize your goals. I said this before. I thought life was like the Eminem song, where if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, would you capture it or let it slip? I kept using the term it, and it was that thing that kept you going, that motivated you, and got you up in the morning. I believed you could obtain it all at once, and I soon realized real life is not that simple. Reality does not culminate in one big moment. In reality, you have to get out there every day and do your best, because that's all you really can do. So in addition to being wrong about goals, I was also wrong about mindset. I believe that there is a choice to be positive when faced with a difficult situation. And I believe that there is a choice. It's not just as simple as I made it sound. But in April of last year, I came up here and gave a speech about that very choice and lied through my teeth, because at that moment, there was something bothering me, some situation, and I couldn't make the choice to change my mindset. I just couldn't. There was somebody else who was better than me and had achieved my it. And I felt like such a hypocrite because I seemed like such a positive persona up there on the mic. But in real life, I haven't figured it all out. And there have been so many times over the course of these speeches that my speeches were for me as much as they were for you. I needed to hear what I had to say, because in life, it is very rare that we have things under control and all figured out. The trick is learning to adapt to the ever-changing difficulty and do the best we can to help each other. And during this process, yes, we're going to make mistakes. You know how many times I didn't take my own advice from these speeches? How many times I took the easy way out in the last 2 years? Heck, I never said this before, but I had an opportunity to obtain my it about a year ago, and I did nothing about it. There were so many times where I gave into fear, where I didn't take that step outside my comfort zone. But you know what? In the last 2 years, for every step I didn't take outside of my comfort zone, I took about 10 steps forward. I may not have acted upon every opportunity, but I pushed myself when I could. It didn't change the fact that I still shot for my goals when I felt strong enough to, and I landed in a really cool place. But as I like to say, if you shoot for the moon and land on the stars, shoot for the moon again. You know, the biggest theme that I could find across all of my motivational speeches combined after 2 years was not the theme that I thought I was going to find, but that theme is patience. Because patience is what keeps us going when we fail. Perseverance comes from patience. Like I said, life is not a rap song or like a superhero movie or something where everything you need to do is mapped out for you and simple to obtain. Real life is messy, and you've got to be patient through the rough parts to get to the good parts where you make or break. And that is why we train, to get ready to make instead of break. You know, guys, history repeats itself. Like the 2-minute dead hang I mentioned at the start of this speech, that dead hang comes back again and again. We do it almost every week. Every week. This is the same gym. It's going to be the same bar, the same time limit. The only thing that changes is you. You are the only one who comes in these doors as a ninja and leaves this place a stronger ninja. Every day when you wake up, you are you. And when you go to bed, it doesn't matter if you had the best day ever or the worst day of your life. You learn something, and you are stronger because of it. Whether it's high school, college, the same people, different people, the same obstacle, a new diabolical Evan obstacle, a townsfolk, a no dashi, the same course, a new course, regionals, worlds, whatever. It's all the same thing. It's the same anxiety, the same fear. That feeling is never going to go away, but you can get used to it. You can get stronger. You can figure out how to deal with it. And that's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen during a Thursday night course run. It's not going to happen in 2025. It happens over a long period of time. And it's not a flip of a switch. It's so gradual that you may not realize it's happening. But you are growing. You are changing. That's what life's all about, changing. If you don't change, you will get stuck with the same results as history repeats itself. No matter what you've done, you can always change. It didn't matter that I was a timid kid who didn't like and still doesn't like to talk to people. I could give motivational speeches, and you can do this too. You can do whatever the hell you want to because we have the tools in our toolboxes that we get from training, sharing motivational ideas, and experiencing this crazy world. We can accomplish our goals with patience, perseverance, with strength, heart, mindset, and most important of all, together, we will overcome all obstacles. I am Jack the Animal Tudrin signing off from my 100 speech, and I'll see you for 100 more on American Ninja Warrior.